Ever wondered what all those charges on your credit card statement mean? Let's pull back the curtain on this financial document that lands in your inbox or mailbox every month. It's more than just a bill, it's a roadmap to understanding your spending habits, your credit card's features, and potential pitfalls. By comprehending your credit card statement, you can manage your finances more effectively and sidestep unexpected costs. So, are you ready to decode your credit card statement? Let's dive in. First things first, your billing cycle. What is it and why does it matter? Let's dive right into it. Your billing cycle is essentially the time period between your credit card statements. It usually lasts for about 25 to 30 days, but can vary depending on the card issuer. This cycle begins the day after your previous billing cycle ends and concludes on the due date, which is when your payment is expected to be made. Now, why does it matter? Well, your billing cycle is directly linked to your payment due date and the interest charged on your purchases. If you've ever wondered why your card issuer is adamant about you paying by a certain date, it's because that's the end of your billing cycle. So, how does the billing cycle affect your due date? The due date is typically 21 to 25 days. After the billing cycle ends, this period is known as the grace period. Paying off your balance in full before the due date ends allows you to avoid paying interest on your purchases. You might be wondering what happens if you don't pay off your balance in full. That's where the interest comes into play. If you don't manage to pay off your balance within the grace period, the remaining balance is subject to interest. The interest is calculated based on your daily balance during the billing cycle, not just the balance at the end of the cycle. And here's a quick tip. Being aware of your billing cycle and due date can help you strategize your purchases and payments to minimize interest. For instance, making a large purchase at the beginning of your billing cycle gives you more time to pay it off before interest kicks in. So, that's your billing cycle decoded. It's a crucial element of your credit card statement that has a significant impact on your due date and the interest you're charged. Understanding it can help you manage your finances more effectively and avoid any nasty surprises. Next, we're tackling the charges on your statement, so stay tuned, because there's a lot more to learn about your credit card statement. Looking at your statement, you see a long list of charges. What do they all mean? Let's take a deep dive into the ocean of charges that may appear on your credit card statement and try to make sense of them. Firstly, we have purchases. These are the most common charges and represent the goods or services you've bought using your credit card. They could range from a cup of coffee you grabbed on your way to work to that shiny new gadget you couldn't resist. Next up are cash advances. These are essentially short-term loans that you've taken from your credit card account. Perhaps you needed cash in a pinch and decided to use your credit card at an ATM. Be aware though, cash advances often come with hefty fees and high interest rates, so they should be used sparingly. Then we have balance transfers. Have you ever moved your debt from one card to another? That's a balance transfer. People often do this to take advantage of lower interest rates on a different card. However, keep in mind that these too may come with fees, so it's essential to calculate whether the interest savings outweigh the cost of transferring the balance. Lastly, there are fees, but wait, aren't we talking about charges? Well, yes, but some charges are indeed fees. These could include annual fees for the privilege of using the card, late payment fees if you didn't pay your bill on time, or foreign transaction fees if you used your card abroad. Each of these fees is a charge that can add up quickly if you're not careful. So there you have it. Purchases, cash advances, balance transfers and fees, the four main types of charges that might appear on your credit card statement. Understanding what each of these charges represents is the first step in gaining control of your finances. Now that we've tackled the charges, let's move on to the fees. Fees can be a nasty surprise on your statement, but what are they exactly? Well, fees are additional charges that credit card companies impose for various reasons. Today, we're going to unravel some of these fees so you're not caught off guard the next time you scan through your credit card statement. Let's start with annual fees. As the name suggests, these are fees that you pay each year for the privilege of using a credit card. They can range from a mere £25 to a whopping £500, depending on the type of card you have. Some cards offer a plethora of benefits that might justify the fee, but it's always worth weighing the perks against the cost. Next up, we have late payment fees. These fees are imposed when you don't pay at least the minimum amount due by the payment due date. The best way to avoid these pesky fees is to set up automatic payments or set a reminder to pay your bill on time. Now let's talk about foreign transaction fees. These fees are charged when you make a purchase that passes through a foreign bank or is in a currency other than your home currency. They can add up quickly, especially if you're an avid traveler or often shop on international websites. Consider using a card that doesn't charge these fees if you find yourself in this category often. Cash advance fees are another type of fee that can catch you by surprise. These are charged when you use your credit card to withdraw cash from an ATM. It's an expensive way to get cash, so it's best to avoid this unless it's absolutely necessary. Lastly, we have balance transfer fees. This is a fee charged when you move a balance from one card to another, often in a bid to take advantage of lower interest rates. While the lower interest rate might save you money, don't forget to factor in this fee. That's it for fees, but we're not done yet. We'll continue to decode the mysteries of your credit card statement in the next scene. Let's recap what we've learned so far. We've taken a journey into the world of credit card statements, breaking down the often confusing terminology and concepts into digestible bites. Starting with the billing cycle, we've come to understand that this is essentially the period of time between billings. It's within this window that all your transactions, credits and fees are compiled, then issued as a monthly statement. Keeping an eye on your billing cycle can help you manage your spending and payments more effectively. Next, we dived into the charges on your statement. We learned that these are the costs associated with the goods and services you've purchased, cash advances, and the accrued interest. By keeping track of your charges, you can ensure you're not overspending or being charged incorrectly. Then, we untangled the web of fees. These can include annual fees, cash advance fees, and late payment fees, among others. By understanding these fees, you can make informed decisions that could save you money in the long run. But why is all this important? Well, it's simple. Understanding your credit card statement is more than just knowing what you owe. It's about taking control of your finances, managing your spending, and avoiding any nasty surprises. It's about financial empowerment. Remember, understanding your credit card statement is the key to taking control of your finances. We've come to the end of our guide on decoding your credit card statement. We sincerely hope that this journey has been enlightening and empowering, arming you with the knowledge you need to navigate your financial landscape with confidence. If you found this content helpful, we encourage you to give it a thumbs up. Your likes not only tell us that we're on the right track, but they also help others discover these crucial financial insights. We'd love to hear your thoughts too. Drop a comment below and let us know what you've learned, or if there are other financial topics you'd like us to cover in future videos. We're here to help you demystify the world of finance. And lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when we release new videos packed with more financial tips and advice. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your finances. Stay savvy.